Hey, welcome back to Not So Southern Gentlemen. I'm Rick.
And I'm Sean. So what's
You
up?
caught me again. I thought you paused again, dadgummit.
Nope. No pausing. Just
No pausing. No pausing. All right.
just my
So
I'm
Sean,
pulling Drax impersonation.
yeah, I can see you though. It's a
Ah.
Zargnut. We've had a big week.
Yeah.
Huge couple of weeks actually. The podcast actually shoved in a couple episodes of things, got in a
Yeah.
whole bunch of DC content,
Mm-hmm.
and we got some news. So are you ready for this? We're going to power through some news, and then we're going to talk about the good stuff. So
Yes.
we saw Suicide Squad trailer drop today. James Gunn's Suicide Squad official trailer.
Yeah.
Sean, what did you think?
I'm down. I'm ready. Yeah. I loved it. All of it. That is what I wanted to see. It reminds me of grittier Guardians of the Galaxy. It really is. Everybody, even in the trailer, they had more chemistry than they did the entire last movie.
Oh God, here we go. The
Is that not
comparisons
true?
are already going, and
Is
we got
is
the
that
trailer.
not true? Is that not true?
I
Just
mean,
saying the
I felt a
hesitation
little
is a
gun.
yes.
No. Hold on. I felt a little gun dialogue there, and it was kind of discordant to me. It's like, this isn't same Suicide, but wait, this feels Guardians. Okay, all right, hold on. I'm here. I got you. Oh,
Good.
look, it's King Shark. Oh, he just ate a dude.
I know.
Just ate a dude. That's nice.
I just want him,
And then
when he's doing it, just to run around going, King Shark is a shark. King Shark is a shark. And just over and over. Oh, it'd be awesome.
snack hand.
I know.
Yes, that's
love
a
it.
hand.
I love it. I love King Shark.
John Cena's goofy butt. Oh.
Dude.
If, if this beach was covered in,
it's so good. It's great. I'm going to love this movie already. I can tell you already. I thought it looked really enjoyable. I'm excited for it. So
yeah,
I'm
it's
waiting
definitely
for
fun. I mean,
wait for the shoe to drop and then see how bad it is.
Yeah, I think it's going to rock. Now, we also did get some great news and some horrible news.
Yes.
For some, I guess.
Okay.
So, Disney, like we knew was going to happen, dropped Black Widow is going to hit Disney Plus and the movie theater at the same time. Premium content, premiere access, June 19th. June 9th.
I think it's July 9th or June 9th.
July 9th. Okay.
Yeah, July 9th.
And we're all surprised. I'm very happy though. I'm very happy.
Honestly, by July, once again, I'm saying Black Widow may be my return to the theaters movie. I mean, I don't think I've missed an MCU film in the theater. I don't want to break my streak on Black Widow. That's going to be good. I mean, it really is. So
right.
July 9th. Hey, you ought to come up for my Sunday matinee that I always watch. I guarantee you it'll be empty.
Well,
that's
exactly what I was about to say. I told my buddy who owns the local movie theater, like, you get it opening day. I'm there with you, buddy. I'm here for you. Give me 4 tickets.
Yeah.
But we may have to do that. I mean, if he can, and of course he's a second run theater, and this is all weird and all that for them, trying to make it through a pandemic. Thank God they have.
Right.
But I mean, I'll go there, and then that Sunday we'll make plans. We'll go. We'll do it.
It's gonna be awesome. I'm excited.
Amazing.
I'm excited. It should be good.
I am super excited.
Well, I mean, we've been waiting on this movie for over 2 years.
Over a year.
I know, but I'm
it's supposed to be out May.
From the
we're
last
into
time we got
very first of the second year. Yeah. We're in year 1 point something for Black Widow.
Yes. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Oh, so I'm ready to see it. I am.
Now, other Marvel news, we got some Spider-Man 3 leaks that confirm a couple of things. Number one is that Doctor Strange is kind of on set. They rebuilt the Sanctum Sanctorum for it. And there was also a couple other things that happened. Andrew Garfield's stunt double tweeted out some stuff or sent some stuff out on Instagram that he was with Tom Holland's stunt double, like, oh, this is us and we're together and we're doing stuff. And then it was taken down really quick.
Wow.
For some reason.
Wow.
Really
There's
quick.
always, hey, I'm fine with that. I'm glad he goofed up, you know? It lets us know what we need to know. Or that's all a big red herring and they're like, we got you.
I mean, it could be. Yeah, it could be. You know, Tom Holland also put out a picture on Instagram his last day filming last day with his trainer. And I know it was a very lady centric kind of photo, but he was saying that he was done with that. So that's kind of awesome. I did want to holler at this because I have this comic.
Yeah.
There's a Marvel discussion about how the X-Men will be different in the MCU. It seems like from who is this? At Main Middleman.
Okay.
It looks like Moira McTaggart and Professor Xavier are going to be linked romantically. And
I mean, wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, exactly. But this story is probably going to be out of the House of X, where Moira is a mutant, and this is her 10th iteration. Of course, they retconned her mutant powers to be when she dies, she basically does a time loop. She comes back to birth, but has all of her memories.
Nice.
And she is on her 10th life right now, which is quote unquote her last time, apparently, somehow.
Okay.
So this is what they plan on going on.
Can we have Legion, and can it be Dan Stevenson, please?
Well, that would be great. I mean, you know, Kevin Feige's not too hot on keeping any of the stuff.
I know, but man, I had so much fun with Legion. It was so daggum good, man. Just like Hellstrom. Like those FX shows hold up, man.
I agree. Legion was just something. Legion is like an experience you just have to go through.
It's fun.
I mean, it's like that somebody trying to tell you about the Gravitron at the fair or something. You're like, what? You're doing what? You just gotta feel it. And probably one of the best the best comic villains on a TV screen was the Shadow King out of that first season. My God, I felt that in my bones.
Dude, he was terrifying.
It was chilling.
Yeah,
absolutely. They did a great job with that.
Yes.
And then the mind screw that was that show was just, I mean, you had to wrap your head around everything that was going on. It was crazy.
Oh, yeah, so much fun. Loved it.
Yeah, but House of X and Powers of X, it looks like that's Powers of 10 is what they're basing the new X-Men on, which is a way to go. I really like that story. I collected both books. I do have, unfortunately, I had to get a second printing because that's when I got on the time of the of that issue where it shows Moira as a mutant. But now, fortunately, a month or two before all that happened, I had actually, just by happenstance, was trying to complete some X-Men run and got her first appearance, which actually I have a second one in that collection I bought. So now I have two first appearances of Moira McTaggart. So kind of happy about that.
That is
and
awesome.
Now one more thing I'm happy about is Transformers. Let's talk Transformers just a second. I know that not everybody's thing, and it's just one of those things. But two things. One, the Transformers 7 movie is happening. It's got a director, and it's going to be filming in Montreal. They're going into pre-production and all that. A huge leak came out saying that this is not going to be the Beast Wars movie that everybody thought about, that it is intensively leading out of the Bumblebee movie and going back to G1 design. There was somebody saying in production, this is where the leak came from, that most everything is G1 designs. It will have Beast Wars references because Cheetor is one of the characters listed, and all the other characters are G1, like Optimus Prime, Wheeljack, Ironhide, Bumblebee.
Gotcha.
Was with the leaks we saw. So that's super exciting news.
Very
and I'd love to
minimal.
see it. Absolutely.
Very minimal
it's-
humans.
I would think so.
Nice.
You
Anything
know,
without humans.
not that last movie did not work with Haley Steinfeld, but it was Haley Steinfeld, so I mean,
Yeah.
it works. You know, squishies are fine, just whatever. As long as
Yeah.
they're good, I don't care. You know. And the second Transformers thing that I wanted to end with was that I heard Robert Kirkman on the ID10T podcast today, and he was there, of course, to talk about the new Invincible series on Amazon coming out the 23rd, which it's great. It looks
Can't
great.
Wait. Yes.
But they spent the first 30 minutes of that podcast talking about the G1 Transformers movie. Chris,
that is awesome.
He was talking. He's like, "Hey, is that a Transformers thing behind you?" And Kirkman went off on how the animated Transformers movie influenced everything he's done. All the Walking Dead stuff, the surprise deaths and all that, he got that from the Transformers animated movie in 1986. He
That's
is a
awesome.
freaking fanboy of Transformers.
Nice.
And I like, I mean, Mr. Richest Man in Entertainment, that I like that.
That's awesome. Heck
But
yeah.
that's what we got for the news. So, Sean, let's talk about our entertainment this week. Where do you want to take this?
All right, let's you know, we're going to talk a lot about 2 episodes of Winter Soldier, Falcon and Winter Soldier. So let's jump into that because there's a lot to cover, and I'm loving it. You know, loving it.
I thought it was excellent. First episode, let's take it one at a time. So, first episode, where did you stand on it? What did you like about it?
Oh, I loved really just everything about it. You know, you get to see the real side of their characters. You know what they're like when they're not out fighting Zemo or Thanos or the Outriders or whatever. You're seeing that in real life, and I freaking loved it. You see all the things that Bucky's going through, waking up on the floor, which there's your callback to Winter Soldier with Sam and Cap talking about how waking up after coming home is different. You got Sam, man who risked a lot to go travel through time to save half the universe, and he can't get a bank loan. Are you serious? Like, it tackles a lot of big things, and I friggin' loved it. I've watched it, episode 1, I've watched probably 4 or 5 times easily.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it. Love it.
I haven't watched it that many times, but that first episode really does. Marvel really does this the best, as they've shown, like with WandaVision. Those characters still feel the same, even though they're expanding out into, territory they haven't been before.
Mm-hmm.
It still feels like the natural progression of that character. It still feels like that character is going through this, like Sam, and that stuff with the bank loan and with the boat and the family and all that. That felt genuine. And Bucky,
yeah,
the military experience isn't something I can speak to. You can, of course, but I mean, he did a great job, and somebody, try to imagine somebody's in his position. He's a man lost in time too. He had Steve though, and now
Nothing.
he doesn't. He doesn't have anything other than with some luck. He got pardoned, and now he's on a regimen of, and he says it in the episode, you have a new chance. And he's like, to do what?
Yeah. He doesn't know. He doesn't have purpose.
Very lost. Yeah. He's a man who knows to be a man, but he doesn't have a purpose to be a man. So
I feel so bad for him. Like, he has that friend at the bar, and then he can't even escape himself in his own memories when he sees that, he's the one that killed that guy's son, and that's his friend. Like, oh, I feel so bad for Bucky, and they do such a good job of just, Bucky needs a break. I feel like, he's up there with Thor as far as stuff that's been thrown at him and having to deal with it left and right. So yeah, I hate that for Bucky. And
Yeah, and he did. There is a bit of personal penance there going on. You know, he's
yeah,
doing some things to because he feels he needs punished for what happened. You know, that's where they left that character in the movies. You know, especially Civil War was his whole thing was he remembers every bit of this, and I mean it's not that it wasn't him; he was there. But and that's a really hard thing to convey is that
yeah,
he is him, but he has regret, he has remorse, but I mean, it wasn't him.
right.
It's very hard to hit, and I think Marvel did a great job with it. And that first episode had action, had plenty of story,
Mm-hmm.
and I just want to talk about the second episode.
And we end episode 1 with an 8-second clip, and that's all we need to hate that guy. That's all we need. There's no more or less needed than 8 seconds to be like, that's not Steve Rogers, and that's definitely not Captain America.
Here's where we're going to defer. Let's talk about episode 2.
Episode 2.
Episode 2, we get introduced to our new Captain America, John Walker, and it's what. Actually, I'm going to let you go with this. You talk about because we discussed this earlier.
Oh,
let's have you.
Oh, let me just here we go. You know what? If John Walker were in this universe, and maybe you'll get this reference, he would have been a Pike in college. He is a tool 100%. Like
that's PKE. That's a not a teak. He didn't say teak. He said a Pike. So
yeah. I mean, I'm just saying. I do not like this guy. I hate the way he says Bucky. Stop that, dude. You call him James or Sir.
Sergeant Barnes. You call him Sergeant Barnes.
No. He's not in the military. You call him James or Sir. Because, dude, all it takes is one punch from Bucky and Walker's against the wall.
John Walker.
John Walker, a.k.a. Tool number 1.
So, I love this guy. And I can't. Now, I don't. So, okay.
See,
they're doing.
Wait. Hold on. One thing. I'm telling you, they're writing him for you to like him. And so I know how they're writing him. They want me to like him. So I'm not going to like him because they want me to like him and they're going to write him so that I like him. But I refuse to like him.
No. That's not what I'm saying at all.
No. That's what I'm saying.
I got you. I don't like that he's wearing the Captain America suit, that he has the Captain America shield. That's the way he's supposed to be. But instead of them making him just a throwaway, a jingoistic, America, kind of guy.
Yeah.
They write him as a real character. I mean, he's a real guy who's his motivation to take the Captain America suit isn't I'm good enough to be Captain America.
Right.
It's I don't trust anybody else to do it if they're going to do this. And I'm going to try my best.
Right.
That's what I got from that character. And his writing, I mean, he's a good guy. He's a guy trying to do his best, as far as we've seen in episode 2.
Yeah.
And, he's not going to live up to Captain America. He isn't. He's like, I'm not trying to be Steve Rogers. I'm not going to live up to Steve Rogers, but I'm here to do this job.
Yeah.
And I mean, and he's got, it's good writing. It went completely different than I thought they would, that I thought they'd go with it, which is, of course, the America, America kind of, guy, a smarmy guy with the jaw who's too square and the, his head is a little too thick. And I like where it's going with him.
Yeah. I can see it. And which, by the way, now that I know that he's the son of Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell, I cannot unsee that chin.
What?
Yeah.
He is?
Yeah, that's the
No,
son of
I didn't
Goldie
know.
Hawn and Kurt Russell. Yeah.
That's Kurt Russell's kid, Wyatt Russell.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah.
understand, but I mean, I just figured his name was
Have
Russell
you not,
too.
dude, that chin, now that you see it, you won't be able to, you're like, that's.
No,
that's his
all I
chin.
saw was the memes of the old guy off of Up with the Captain.
No,
Captain America thing.
that's Goldie
No.
Hawn and Kurt Russell.
Oh,
Have
but-
you ever seen Overlord with him? He's great in it.
Mm-mm, no.
Absolutely great.
No,
Yeah,
I've
you
never
should
seen
check out
Overlord.
Overlord. You should
That's
look
the
it up.
zombie one, isn't it?
Yes, yes. Very good
Zombie
movie.
Nazi. Yeah.
Yes, very good movie. But
Mm.
yeah, I mean, I have no problem with the actor. I'm just refusing to like Captain America.
And you know, I think by the end of this, I think he will be U.S. agent. I think he'll stay. I think we're seeing just like we saw the birth of Monica Rambeau. I think we'll see U.S. agent.
Yeah,
And love it, absolutely love it. If we see West Coast Avengers in the Marvel universe, I'm done. I just don't know what else is going to happen.
that's awesome.
Great Lakes Avengers are next.
Do it.
A couple of things happened in this episode. First,
Yeah.
we got to deal with the Flag Smashers for the really the first time, a big
Dude, I like
set
them.
piece of them.
I like them.
right
They're
on the truck.
they're a good little set of bad guys.
Yeah, I was talking to Logan, and when they mentioned the Power Broker, I was like, oh, they're going there? They're going that deep? Oh, gosh,
Yeah.
I love this. You know, the Flag Smasher was actually a dude in the Captain America comics, you know, this
Right.
horrible white and black suit, and same name as the girl. The main girl,
Yeah.
her last name is his name.
Yeah.
But the Power Broker is the guy that for a little while in the Captain America comics, of course, they had to make characters that could fight Steve, which U.S. Agent John Walker was one of them when he was Super Patriot. They went to a character called the Power Broker and got enhanced, you know, and they are using that storyline in this. The Power Broker was mentioned in there. You see his thugs show up. All of the people, the Flag Smashers, are super soldier worthy. And speaking of super soldiers, the turn this took whenever Bucky said we need to go speak to a guy was excellent.
I figured
I like
you
to have
were,
came out of my chair.
I knew you were. I knew it when he said that. I was like, Ricky is doing a jig right now. I knew you were so happy.
Well, I'd be doing a really big one if I went ahead and ordered the Truth mini series like I wanted to last week, and I was like, I don't know, you know,
Should've done
it's
that.
a long shot. And then of course, is Isaiah there? I was like, dang it!
I knew you would be.
Should have bought more
excited,
GameStop.
though. That's funny.
Yeah, we got to see Isaiah Bradley, and we also got to see probably his grandson. We probably saw the Patriot.
Yeah,
The kid at the door was probably his grandson, and that is one of the Young Avengers.
that's awesome. That makes me so excited.
Which,
Like, just so
yeah,
many
I'll
characters
hopefully see him
coming out of
more around.
nowhere.
But that conversation, and when he throws whatever that is through the wall, and Sam's like, "Whoa."
Yeah, time to go.
Yeah, and then and this is where you get, because we did see in the trailers where Sam was saying the Shield has a complicated history. We're going to get into a little of that with this, you know, like
Yeah.
the story of Isaiah Bradley and how all that goes. And then of course the confrontation with the police right after that, you know, is a very, very intense, you know.
That's,
I didn't know exactly where that was going,
yeah,
you know, especially where it ends up with Bucky going to jail.
yeah, definitely a powerful scene that made sure that, you know, it said what it needed to say. It's
Yeah,
very,
yeah,
very
it
good
stuck the
scene.
landing on that. I was very
Absolutely.
happy to see that.
Absolutely. Just so good, man.
And then came your
good.
buddy. One of the best scenes in this episode was the doctor talking to Sam and Bucky.
Absolutely. You know, their chemistry together. What I think it was last episode where I said the chemistry between Anthony Mackie, and Sebastian Stan is just off the charts, and they totally bring it in their characters. You know, I freaking love that scene. It's hilarious. That's a little close. So good, dude. So good. Freaking awesome.
Yeah.
And
But,
the fight scene in the second episode, you know, that.
they're on the trucks. Yeah.
Dude, that's Michelle said this. She's like, you know, for hour-long episodes, these feel like movies. She's like, their quality is so movie quality. And I agree. Like, that fight scene was something straight out of an Avengers movie, you know?
Oh yeah, that was a full set piece. I mean,
was
Shield
incredible.
comes flying in, helicopter swings, flying under the truck, and yeah,
just
loved it.
Such a good time, man. Such a good
Mhm.
time watching this show. And that's the thing about these Disney Plus ones is, you know, it's totally different from WandaVision. Totally different feel from WandaVision. And I love them both, without a doubt. And I'm just so ready for where this one's going.
Here's my one complaint. My one complaint so far. Here it is. The guy pushing the telephone pole over looked a little TV Agents of Shield to me. You know, it's just
Maybe.
they cut away and you didn't see anything break. It's just I was like, that didn't look that good, but okay.
Yeah. Well, it is what that is.
But that's it. That's for the people like you never complain about anything. Yeah, I didn't like that. So, but the rest of the episode was wonderful. And you got to see a little bit. I thought it was very interesting that they showed the scene where they Flag Smashers pull up and this guy's taking him in and he's telling him how thankful he is and how he believes in the cause and they're kind of a family atmosphere and you know the guy that stays behind to let them get away. You know, it's a very different take on that. They're not. They're showing that they're not terrorists, you know, that they're actually people that believing in what's right, which
right. Well, they're just like
I mean, what is a terrorist? Yeah.
They're just like-minded Thanoses. They're like-minded Thanoses.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see where this goes. And especially I think the next episode we're going to get Sharon Carter.
Yes. So we're going to see Zemo, you know, we get to see a half a second of Zemo's face, but still we got to see Zemo. And
and then
are you believing that they're going to break him out? Do you think?
Well, he gets out somehow because the trailer showed it, but
yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I mean, I've seen rumors that episode 3 is going to have a completely left turn, surprise cameo or first appearance. I don't know what that is, but
don't believe
that's what the rumors I've heard. So
freaking
well, we know we're getting Madripoor at some point.
Yeah,
I'm hoping the way everything's going, I'm hoping they all 3 or 4, Zemo, Carter, and Bucky and Falcon all show up, and there's some super soldiers that are maybe not enhanced, maybe they're mutants.
Yeah,
I don't know.
So the drug that they're transporting, that's super soldier serum that they're taking for a temporary boost. And I'm thinking it's a temporary boost in strength, not a permanent.
Well, that would be the first time we saw that in the MCU.
Right.
Like, I think even Extremis was permanent in Iron Man 3. But let's see, like Emil Blonsky in the Hulk movie, it was a permanent change.
Yeah.
You know, Cap, Isaiah, Bucky.
I just didn't know. These seem like they had a bunch. So. Are they just planning on making an army of super soldiers, like just huge? Or it just felt to me like
classic.
Maybe they needed a refill every now and then.
Well, classically, they would show that in the story. They'd show somebody injecting something, and then you know, getting a boost like Bane or something, turning up the
that's
venom.
What I was thinking. I just didn't. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out. I love the fact that Falcon calls Bucky out for getting beat up by. He's like, that girl kicked your ass. Oh, it's so good, dude. I freaking love it. So much fun.
And then them talking to John Walker in the Jeep, or you know, that was
dude, that is my favorite part. My favorite part of all of this is like they're going back and forth, and all of a sudden Hoskins wants to jump in and he's like, "Who are you?" And then back and forth. I'm Battlestar. Battlestar, stop the Jeep right here. That's it. I love the fact that Bucky's like, that's some crap, man. You're not a Battlestar. See you later, Like,
Yeah, I can't believe that we have. I mean, that's a character that was his
yeah,
Falcon, in the comics, and that's.
yeah.
I didn't think we'd get a Battlestar appearance, but there it is.
There it is, and I just love Bucky's reaction to that, just to be like, you know what, I am done with this. I'm the only one of you that's super around here. I'll see y'all later.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, John Walker's credentials when they show it on that clip piece from Good Morning America. I mean, I think they're building him to be. I think we're going to see he's going to be a third hero in the show. I don't think they're going to make him a heel at all. I don't know. They could set him up to fail. I don't know. But the way it feels like he's going to carry. Like by the end of the show, he will be U.S. agent.
Hashtag fail John Walker.
Anyway, I'll get down off my John Walker horse or bottle, whatever.
But yeah, so dude, just Falcon and Winter Soldier killing it. I'm ready. Like when I finished it this morning, I was like, "Where's the next episode? I need it right now."
Well, don't get too jumpy about it because next episode is halfway through the show. I mean, there's only 3 left after that.
Yeah, I know, that's crazy. So there's a lot to do, and as Willy Wonka would say, very little time and a lot to do. No wait.
Good day, sir.
Good day. Yeah, great stuff. You ready?
I'm ready.
I
watched it.
Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah, last episode I said that I probably wouldn't be able to watch it before, but like the next day, my wife had, she wasn't going to be home till 7:30, and I got off at 4 hours before that, and I had the kids, and I was like, let's do this. So we knocked it out.
Yeah, we binged it in one shot. I sat down and Michelle said, "I'm going to read a book so you can watch this." And I was like, "I'll just watch half of it and then I'll take a break." No, we just went straight through and watched it all. Okay. First, the baseline. Better than the Whedon cut? Yes or no?
Is that an actual question?
Okay.
Yes.
I'm just taking the baseline. Yes. Absolutely yes. Very good. Okay.
Okay, let me qualify that. Let me qualify that.
It accomplished what it needed.
The Joss Whedon movie was just meh. I mean, it was okay. I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
But it was, it wasn't Endgame. It wasn't the first Avengers. It was the Justice League movie should not be meh.
Right. Here's honestly what I will say. Here's what I want to see. If I could purchase a Blu-ray or a digital copy of this, I would own it. I want to own Zack Snyder's Justice League abridged, where it's only like 2 hours and 25 minutes long. I think you take the 4 hours and you condense it to 2.5. You still get a great movie, and it's better than the Whedon cut, and it's probably on par with some of the best stuff DC has done. But you add in slow-mos of Lois Lane getting coffee. You throw in slow-mos of, a bullet slowly coming out of a gun. Like, I get it, Zach. Yeah, you know what? Michael Bay loves explosions and lens flares, and you love lens flares, and JJ loves lens flares. But dude, you go overboard with the slow-mo, and I get it. It's to make a dramatic point.
It was fine.
And in Watchmen, you did it beautifully. You did it beautifully in Watchmen. But this was just like, oh, I'm on slow-mo this. Give me some dramatic music.
I want to slow-mo this mug. Hey, somebody give me some more slow-mo. I need some more slow-mo right here.
Excuse me.
Please.
Can you walk by the camera? What do you need me to do? Like, nothing. Just walk by it. I'm gonna slow-mo you. Great movie though. Really, it was fun. Missing just a few things. But what's your take overall?
Hey, we're back after a technical issue. I'm going to explain this again. I liked the Snyder Cut. I really liked it. It was probably my third favorite DCEU movie. It doesn't jive with Sean that well, but let's.
But still, I'll
let's
give
talk
it.
about
Hey,
it.
No. I will give it third best.
Yeah,
even though
absolutely.
Even though it's not wonderful, it's still third best. I'll go with third best.
Well, I mean, I'm not expecting an Avengers Endgame out of it. I'm just not. What that based on what we got beforehand, which some of it was Zack Snyder. Don't get me wrong. A lot of people have seen. The parts that I liked about the Joss Whedon movie are actually the Zack Snyder parts.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's very true. I'm just saying from a point of view of the temperature of the DC fanboys, you would think this is better than Endgame, and that is so far from true.
No, don't get me wrong. Go ahead.
I told Michelle that if you took Zack Snyder's Justice League and slid it into the MCU, where would it rank in the 23 films?
Oh God,
I put it maybe 22 or 23. I don't even know if it would be there. If somebody asked me, do you want to watch Captain Marvel or Zack Snyder's Justice League? I choose Captain Marvel, and that's the 23rd best.
I wouldn't. I'd put it. I put it right there with Age of Ultron. I mean, it's serviceable and it's good. And don't get me wrong, Age of Ultron has risen since WandaVision, of course, because just because WandaVision just lifted it. I mean, it pulled it up by its bootstraps.
Absolutely.
But I'm not going to sit here and complain about the movie because I really liked what Zack Snyder did with it.
It's just there were a few things that bothered me. One, the Flash is still comes off as stupid. And I said that last week's episode. Please don't make the Flash stupid. We're talking about Barry Allen. I know you know this. I loved the Grant Gustin part where he's doing speed thinking and he literally sees the equations on the board and stuff before the guy even writes them out. That is smart. That's good writing. That's the way the Flash works. You still have him tripping on stuff? Are you serious? And not to mention, okay, so I just don't see how he get hit by that laser. I don't see how he got hit by the laser. He's moving fast enough to turn back time almost, or he's got
almost.
I'm just saying. How did that thing shoot him with that laser? That is dumb.
Well, now to be fair, Sean, to be fair, in the comics, in the cartoon, he gets hit with lasers all the time. I mean, it's just part of the storytelling. I know you should
when
never
you're
have
moving
to
faster than light, and something moving at light speed is coming towards you, and you're moving faster than light. You see it coming, and therefore he should be able to dodge. It bothers me the way I just don't like Ezra Miller. I think that's what it boils down to is I don't like Ezra Miller at all. I think his costume's crap. I think his character is crap. His comic relief comes off as awkward and kind of shoehorned in. Nobody ever gets it and laughs. I don't know why they're going for the awkward cringe because we don't need Michael Scott. We need a member of the Justice League. Well, it's just
to be
not
fair.
right.
Now, hold on. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna say you're wrong, but I don't think you should rail against it that bad. I mean, he's playing a young character. He's playing the character that, Zack Snyder directed and wrote in this film, and I mean, Ezra Miller's not a bad actor. I can't speak for the guy personally because of a few issues, but I mean, he did fun with this role for me. I mean, he's young. He's not even started his career yet. He's learning his powers. You know, Batman drags him into this. You know, he's not ready, but he, you know, ends up plays a critical part in here. And I actually, you know, like it at the very end what they did with the Flash, how he didn't save the day. I mean, it wasn't a Flashpoint thing, but it was part of his power set that he's learning.
Yeah.
And I like how they didn't focus too much on it. Like they didn't say, "Oh, the Flash turned everything around." You know, it was just part of what he can do, and it was great. I really liked that last part that it showed. And I didn't bump up against his portrayal. I mean, I still didn't like that they had him tripping in there, and I mean, he's not a super person. He doesn't have super strength. He doesn't have like an invincibility field to talk about, but he's flying into walls and steps and everything at like Mach 3000. And, you know, he's just like, I guess I need to get up and fight now. Yeah, I agree with you there.
Yeah. But I will say this, of all the things, the one thing that the Zack Snyder cut did give us, an excellent cyborg story. Cyborg story. Like, Cyborg is so much fun. Michelle was like, I actually like Cyborg now that I know his backstory, Joss Whedon. She's like, you know, the character seems so much more fleshed out when, you know, they actually have a story for me to follow, not just here's the Justice League. And that falls on Warner Brothers too. That's their
I mean, now that
you know, you fell behind the Marvel power curve, and then you've tried to do nothing but shortcuts along the way to keep up. And what you should have done is been patient and laid down your base so that we could have seen a really good Cyborg movie. Because I would have loved it. I would have loved a good Cyborg.
Yeah, and this really speaks to, you know, Ray Fisher has had a complicated history with this movie, and
he deserves his own movie.
Now we can see why. I mean, Zack Snyder handpicked this guy. It was his first movie, you know, and we knew that he was going to play a huge part in this, and then until he didn't.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you know, that I guarantee you, I don't blame this guy at all. I know nothing about Ray Fisher other than what I've seen in the news and the articles that we go through. But
he's awesome.
You know, watching his portrayal here, I mean, first time around, and I mean, the character's relatable. The character has heart. The character's a huge part of this movie.
Yeah,
and awesome. I can see why the guy was so angry. Because if I did all this and put all that effort into this and knew how it was supposed to look and knew how it was supposed to go and you know, was just an integral part, just as much as Ben Affleck or, you know,
more so
Henry Cavill was in this movie and he gets shunned.
Yeah.
The dude has some legal standing for whatever anger he wants to put out there because he was robbed. He was absolutely robbed of this.
Oh, and, you know, just, I will say one thing, one Cyborg disappointment. And I know Joss did this, and I figured Zach wouldn't. There was no booyah, so therefore, you know, -1 on Cyborg, no booyah. I was sitting there waiting. The moment he showed up, I was like, I paused it, and I was like, Michelle, do you think Zach is a booyah type guy? She's like, I don't know. I was like,
no, I'm not.
I'm not
a fan of Teen Titans Go, and I'm not a fan.
Love them both. Love them both. Love them.
You and Logan and Hudson can have it all.
Absolutely, dude. Me and Jack.
Well, it's the same problem I have with Transformers Micromasters. They killed what I loved. I had Young Justice, and then they replaced it with this 5-year-old crap.
If you only knew how tongue-in-cheek Teen Titans.
I know. I've watched it. I just have that in the back of my mind. Like, you killed what I love.
It still doesn't change Teen Titans from being awesome. You know,
Young Justice. Young Justice is awesome. I'm ready
Young
to watch.
Justice is incredible.
Yeah,
Yeah,
season 3, I
Yep.
think, is on HBO Max. I
It's
was
on
just looking at
HBO
it
Max.
earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, we need to watch it. Where's Logan?
I will say this: maybe Steppenwolf going back and forth to his little communicator pod. You know, having these back and forth Zoom meetings with whoever Darkseid's
Completely
henchman is,
necessary.
and Darkseid. Totally unnecessary. Just
Nope, completely necessary.
no.
I mean,
it was
there's
hot
no other.
garbage filler.
You needed that for Desaad and Darkseid. You absolutely
No.
needed it. I mean, you may not have liked it, but you.
Yeah, I didn't care for it. And I was like, geez, dude, how many Zoom meetings this guy got to make before he just finally opens a portal? And then, like, I don't know. Superman definitely better. Superman was definitely better. Bruce's energy absorbent bat suit. Cool.
Hold on. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you until you just said I'm here, there was nothing. I had nothing.
My Lord. I was just, I was just saying that, Batman's energy absorbent bat suit. Cool, but really, dude, you took on you think you can make a suit that can really take a full blast of heat vision? I mean, I know he did it in the movie, but I just don't that bothered me a little. Let me tell you the scene.
Yeah, I bumped up against that too.
Let me tell you about another scene that totally took me out of it. There's an explosion. The mother box gets thrown in the sky out of Star Labs. It flies through the sky enough that the crowd of people look up and watch it as it falls and smashes this police car. There's even crowd reactions. They like, look, oh my goodness, this box just fell and crashed this police car. Instantly, everybody turned right back around and did not look back at that box at all. The whole time, friggin' Cyborg's dad is taking off his coat. And totally, like in the background, you can clearly see like military personnel. Nobody's putting a coat over this box that just fell out of the sky. I don't know. It just that scene took me out of it. Kind of took me out of it. And Superman was good though. I love the ending fight. I felt like everybody finally got a piece of Steppenwolf. Superman got his piece. Aquaman got some punches in. Much better than the Whedon cut where it's like, hey, I'm Superman. Punch 1. Oh, are you going to get up? Punch 2. You're dead. Oh, let's go focus on these boxes. Like, that's the way the Whedon cut was. At least everybody gets some licks in on him. And, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. What would you take better? Last fight scene better?
What's your absolute favorite part of this movie, of the change in the movie?
Probably the black suit Superman fight scene. That axe is coming straight down. Superman just stands there, totally eats the axe blow like nothing, then just gives it a breath of cold air and shatters it. Oh, it's freaking sick, man. You're like, Steppenwolf's been using that weapon the whole movie, just jacking stuff up. And Superman shows up in like 2 seconds and is like, yeah, what you got? Nothing. I friggin' loved it. I love the fact that they tied it to the reason they didn't attack, because there was a Kryptonian protecting the planet. That's cool. That's good stuff there.
Yeah, the way the mother boxes, they explained that the mother boxes were activated because Superman was dead.
Yeah, that's cool.
Because
good stuff there.
They did that by saying like the mother boxes kind of had an intelligence, and that intelligence was afraid of Superman, so they kept quiet.
Yeah,
like, shut up! Shut up! He's still here. Is he here? Shut up!
Yeah, that's cool. I'm fine with stuff like that. I really hope that they learned a lot from this, although I don't think they did.
My favorite part of the movie, two things. One is going to be surprising to people, but I'm just going to say it anyway. I don't care. The ancient fight with Darkseid was
Okay.
absolutely bananas, and I
Yeah.
loved it. Uh,
Yeah.
Zeus,
Good.
Zeus is there.
Yeah.
Zeus, like they just have Zeus, the
Yeah.
god, there
Yeah.
fighting, and lightning everywhere. And then
Yep.
they pulled in somebody who everybody, the one thing we hated about, or I didn't hate it, but the one thing people didn't like about the Wonder Woman movie, Ares. Ares delivers almost the death blow to Darkseid, and I
Yeah.
laughed like an idiot for like 5 minutes for the irony. I
It was good.
absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
The way they took him down, it was really surprising to me. I enjoyed that fight a lot more than I should have, and especially with the scene where the lantern. I mean, that was very short in the Wheaton version,
Yeah.
and we got to see the full lantern. I mean, he was doing
Mhm.
stuff and everything, and he gets his hand cut off, and then of course he's defeated. But I just really liked what was in
Yep.
that fight and what was shown, and the way the artistic direction they took, and the callback to Ares and Zeus, and I loved it. I absolutely loved that fight.
As much as I do love that fight, I agree with you 100%. But that makes me think of another point. So Darkseid's taking over worlds, taking over planets, taking over galaxies. I'm the biggest, baddest dude around. Holy crap, I went to this one world and got my butt kicked. Where was that? I forgot. I didn't lay down a Google marker for that one, Crap. I totally forgot where that was. What? What? Are you serious? Like, how do you forget? Oh, is that where the anti-life? Oh, yeah. Is that it? I don't know. Take a selfie so I know it's real.
Well, yeah, there
What are
wasn't
you
a lot of
talking-
no,
What?
yeah, I get
What?
it. I get it. There wasn't a lot of explanation there. I mean, I could easily say that
I forgot to
Darkseid
drop a pin.
Darkseid was out and he was the one that flew him there and they flew back. I understand, but I'm the one making up that. I should not be the one having to make that up. That should have been laid out a bit more if they want us to believe that
Yeah.
they came somewhere, they left, and now they don't know how to get back to where they originally
I
came.
don't know where we. I had the GPS turned off. You idiot! I was saving battery. Dumb. Another point of dumb. I don't know. It's good though.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. It really is. It's a
Oh,
crazy.
well,
part.
so let's talk about my second favorite part.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say
I know.
Can
I say
the new nightmare scene.
Oh, you're going with the new nightmare scene.
I
I'm
really like
surprised.
because
I was gonna
Go
say
ahead.
you were gonna do. I figured you were gonna pick Martian Manhunter. I really did.
Actually, no, that was one of the. Okay, so let me talk about that first.
He's like,
That was
actually,
one of
that's
the
my
things
third. That's third. or
I
top
didn't
2B.
like that. I didn't like that because Martian Manhunter looked completely. I don't know who did that concept, but
Yeah.
I did not like the way the Martian Manhunter looked at all. He's done better on the Supergirl show than in the movie, and I don't know. I've just seen it done better, and it let me down.
Yeah.
But the nightmare scene, and the reason is, we have an explanation for the one in Batman v Superman. We have an explanation for the Flash showing up out of nowhere, saying Lois is the key.
Yeah.
Which in this movie related to Batman bringing Lois to the fight, which he did not do in the Zack Snyder version. She was randomly there visiting the memorial.
Very convenient.
But in the other version, he made sure she was there to calm him down, which is still fine. I mean, that's something a comic Batman would have done. I mean, that's something he would have thought of.
Yes,
I didn't hit that at all. But the fact that the nightmare scene related to Lois, once you figure it out, because when you first see the nightmare scene, it's everybody together. Flash is there, so you're immediately thinking, "Oh, this is going to be part of Flashpoint. That's what this is." And then they're talking about, and you see Darkseid ships and all that, and you're like, "Oh," and they're talking about he may find us and blah blah blah, and you're like, "Oh, okay, well, I mean that's different, a little different than Flashpoint, but okay, let's see where this goes." And then that all gets blown away with a glowy-eyed cape that lands out in front when it finds them, and I'm like, oh, this is Injustice.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I didn't see that coming because, like I've said before, Injustice being that just a video game tie-in, that everybody I've heard review those comics say they're actually really good. Like it's a really
Yeah.
good Elseworld story that came off of this game. And
Mhm.
the fact that they were going to pull it into the Snyderverse movie, I completely loved it. It completely caught
Yeah.
me off
Loved
guard,
it.
and it was
Loved it.
great. And so, did you hit the? I think we talked about this, but what did you think of? Yeah, we did. What did you
What?
think of old Jared Leto showing up as a
Oh.
finally
Now,
seeing
now, now let me
Batman and
see.
Jared Leto in the
Now
same
let me see
same
this.
frame?
I liked Jared Leto in the Suicide Squad. I thought
And I did too.
it,
Yeah.
it was the okay version of the Joker. Nightmare Scene Joker, worst Joker we've ever
You're
had on
smoking
screen.
crack.
Worst
Oh my
Joker
God.
we've ever had on screen.
No.
It looked like a cosplay of somebody that watched Dark Knight, and then they were like, but I also like Joaquin Phoenix. Let me just try this. I don't know. It was bad. His
Nope.
voice was bad.
Nope.
Yeah, all worst Joker we've had on screen.
No, I am going to say you're wrong here, sir. I'm sorry, you're wrong. It was great. I thought he was fine. He didn't remind me of Heath Ledger at all. At all. I mean, just him and we get the resolution of it, like, how he killed Robin, and we get Batman and him sparring with words, and
Yeah.
I thought it was great. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the whole Nightmare thing, and I am very sad because they were specifically before the movie came out, they were specifically saying this is a cul-de-sac. This is a one and done. There's nothing going to come of this.
Yeah.
And because they were saying they've already turned direction, they're not going to pivot back to Injustice, and that's because. And you notice in the movie, you do get the origin of Injustice. You see Batman's or whoever's vision of Lois burnt to a crisp, which relates to that point that Lois is the key. And then Darkseid touching Superman, which he's got the anti-life equation. That's how he's controlling Superman.
Yeah.
And
I mean, just the fact that this is the dead end, this is where it ends. The fact that we don't get any more should show everybody how incompetent Warner Brothers is. They are awful. I mean, 100% awful. I don't think they supported this at all. The fact that they didn't get behind this, the fact that they didn't chip in, the fact that they didn't want to comment or do anything, it just shows they backed themselves in the corner, and now they're sitting there like a spoiled child with their arms crossed, refusing to answer questions. And that's fine, because you know what? We know what you are. You like to put your hands in everybody's cookie jar and play with the films, but then you get upset when they don't like them because you don't know how to make a proper film. And then the first time somebody goes, here's what a proper film looks like, and gives it to you, you're like, yeah, that's a proper film. Why didn't you give us that? Don't you tell me how to make my movies. You make hot garbage. Like, do you not realize I make hot garbage? Like, why? Why is it so tough to be a Warner Brothers executive? Like, they are terrible.
Oh, I don't think it's tough at all. I think it's easy peasy. I think it's they sit there and go, no, that doesn't sound really good to me. Change that. No. Well, I'm the boss. Just change it. It's fine.
Yeah, it's
okay,
just
thanks.
ridiculous. I really hope that this is my hope. As much as I sat here and griped about Zack Snyder's Justice League, I hope it takes off. I hope it does wonderfully. I hope everybody loves it. I hope it gets a 10 out of 10 of Rotten Tomatoes and 100%. I hope it makes Warner Brothers looks like the fools that they are. I hope everybody loves it.
We can't go back and make this. We can't change the Flash
That's
movie.
fine.
Well, why
That
not?
is
You've already
just
delayed it
fine.
like 8 times. I
That's
mean,
fine.
just
Dude,
delay it a couple more months and go back to the other script. It's fine.
you're used to it. You're used to it. I'm sure they got enough right there on the cutting room floor. Well, I don't know. I think I've done my bit of complaining. I feel like I went hard on it at times, but I really did enjoy it. 6.5, 7 out of 10 easily. You know.
Yeah, strangely enough, that's exactly where I'd put it. Yeah, that's a good number.
6.5,
I like
7
that.
out of 10. You know, somewhere right around there.
It's not it's not a 9.8 CGC, but
yeah, and when I say it's third, it's behind Shazam and Wonder Woman. You know,
that's exactly where I'd put it.
Shazam
right
and
there
Wonder
with.
Woman.
I would. It's equal with Aquaman. I mean, I really enjoy the Aquaman movie.
Oh, I
mean,
enjoyed Aquaman too.
Just because I was thinking the other day, I saw, what was I watching? I was watching the Super Friends intro and Black Manta popped up, and I'm like, God, I love Black Manta in that Aquaman movie. I need to watch that again.
Pretty good. It's pretty good. Well, Ricky,
all right, I think that's it.
That's
I'm
it. Tell everybody where they
getting
can
any more
find
out
you
of me.
on social media.
You can find me on Twitter at Ricky Westbrook on Twitter. You can search Not So Southern Gentleman on Facebook. You can hit us up at notsosoutherngentleman@gmail.com.
Send us emails. I'm only given one piece, I think I only have one social media app besides Facebook on my phone right now, and that is TikTok. I try to make 2 or 3 TikTok videos. I know it sounds silly, and I will say this. I know who's following me, and nobody listening right now is following me. So come on.
I deleted. I deleted.
I have not even this guy. I have no personal friends, and I would consider any of you listeners personal friends. So hop on there. Just search my name or Super Kami Guru. That's SPRKAMEGURU. Hop on there. Tell me my videos are goofy, whatever. Listen to my stories.
Yeah, I got chastised for liking too many videos, so
I didn't chastise. For Not So Southern Gentleman, I'm Sean.
I'm dying.
He's dying. Y'all just be sure and sing songs and sniff Aquaman's clothes when he goes into the water. Y'all have a good one.